Both the US and Iran say they've agreed to a 2-week ceasefire.
Bitcoin is probably going to see another move lower because the damage is already done. And that's what we are going to discuss in today's video. And why I'm stating that the damage is already done, we are going into these direct face-to-face talks today in Islamabad between the US delegation and the Iranian delegation. But at the same time, the Strait of Hormuz remains to be completely closed and traffic is still at some record low levels. So that's why I'm stating the damage is already done. And looking into the most recent reports, actually, it could take quite some time before the Strait of Hormuz is actually going to return to the normal traffic levels. And that is going to be quite catastrophic for example, Europe, but I think global stock markets are still going to take quite big hits later this year, and that is why Bitcoin will also see another move lower. So in today's video, we are going to discuss a stack of problems that interact with each other and with no clean policy and with no quick solution available. So let's begin with an update on the US and Iran conflict because today the US and both Iran delegation will be meeting in Islamabad, Pakistan to discuss a potential peace deal and a potential ending of this entire conflict. And if that's going to be the case, of course, it will be good news. But yesterday, we saw coming out that Iran is actually unable to fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz as of this moment because it cannot find all of the sea mines it actually deployed. So, if this is true news, then we cannot really expect that the Strait of Hormuz will be opening soon. And looking into all the charts, the traffic levels are still at some all-time low levels, and it will take quite a long time before traffic is going to return to the previous levels and before we are going to see a complete reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. On top of that, yesterday China stated that they are going to halt the export of all sulfuric acid. And this might not seem like a big problem to you, but if you're going to look into the facts, most of sulfuric acid actually comes out of the Strait of Hormuz. And if you then look into the fact that already 20 to 25% of the global supply of this is blocked, then you will see that actually it's needed for 50 to 60% of all fertilizers for mining and metals, batteries, and also semiconductors. So we are truly seeing somewhat of a domino effect because that Strait of Hormuz closure, which is making things even worse and worse. But if you look into Europe and the economy of the biggest countries there, you're looking into very small GDP growth for this and next year. In Germany, you can also see mass layoffs in the car industry, for example, which is a very bad sign. Overall, if you compare all of them, Germany, France, and Italy, you can see that actually the inflation expectations are getting higher and higher, and their GDP growth expectations are getting lower and lower. So that is, of course, going to be something you definitely do not want. And this is in danger that we are going to see true stagflation in the Eurozone. And that is probably one of the baddest things you could ever see for your economy, is what the forecasts are saying. And the longer that Strait of Hormuz is going to stay closed, the bigger the problems will. But how does this translate itself into markets and into Bitcoin? That's why we first of all need to discuss the euro stock market. Because that stock market, the last time we saw like a big energy crisis, the Russia-Ukraine one, where of course also a lot of the energy was actually cut off. And it's also a big reason why they are now so dependent of the Strait of Hormuz. Actually, first they were very dependent on Russia for most of their energy. Of course, we had the war, then we had a lot of sanctions, and all of the energy supply was cut off basically. And then we had a major collapse of the Eurozone stock market. And now, if you look into the stock market, it does not really make sense that we have seen such a large reversal because actually, if you look into the facts, it is still looking pretty bad. So I would say there's going to be quite a large chance that the Eurozone stock market is also going to come down by quite a lot. Same can be said for the Asian stock markets, same can be said for the US stock market, but in this video, I want to specifically discuss the Eurozone stock market because I don't see a lot of people talking about it. But there is definitely a big risk that the stock market is going to come down by a lot here. And that is something that is almost certainly going to drag Bitcoin down too. Of course, if there's going to be a very positive outcome of the US and Iran peace negotiations here, maybe we can see a faster reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. And that's, of course, going to be positive. But I still think a lot of damage is already done. And we are going to see that over the next few months, where we'll see more and more economic data coming out. A very important economic data point that came out yesterday, and that's where we make the shift to the US economy, is actually the CPI, because the CPI inflation data from of the US came out much higher, or not higher than expected, actually a little bit lower than expected, but still a lot higher if you compare it with all of the other CPI prints we've seen over the past few months and years. And the thing here is that we are seeing a massive surge in that US CPI inflation. We are just seeing an increase here. And yes, if that's going to continue, it is pretty scary, because it is we overlay that inflation CPI with the 1966 towards 1982 inflation cycles. And these inflation cycles were happening during the Gulf War, so also due to major oil shortage. That's why we saw these big inflation spikes. And we are actually perfectly following that fractal. And that is, of course, a little bit scary if you would ask me. Now, I do want to highlight how this actually matches up with what Bitcoin is showing up the chart. But first of all, if you do want to start trading yourself, make sure you sign up on WeX, because actually with the first link in the description down below, you can claim some amazing bonuses on WeX. So check that out for yourself. If you click on the link, you will be redirected to this page, and there you can claim, for example, a lucky draw bonus for the first 100 winners, but also much, much more. So this is the place where you can get started trading if you're getting interested in doing so. And now I will show you some opportunities and some quick setups for Bitcoin you're looking into. I want to start off with this bear flag here, that you're still looking into for Bitcoin. And actually, I think it's going to be perfectly playing out. Bitcoin indeed flipped more bullish over the past few days, and I think that's mostly because the US stock market reversal. And there is going to be a likelihood that Bitcoin could see an extension. I don't think Bitcoin will go over 80K, and that's going to be my most optimistic target if Bitcoin makes a new move. And would make sense because sometimes in, for example, bear flag or any other pattern, you do see fake outs at both the downside and the top side, and you could definitely see a major fake out here at the top side to grab some of the top side liquidity, and then you break back into the bearish pattern and you see continuation lower. And yeah, if you look into the facts, I just think, and also if you look into all of the other cycles, that there is going to be another move lower in Q4, because we have been perfectly following that 4-year cycle, perfectly lining up with tops of the other cycles. And usually we bottom around Q4. Maybe it's going to be a little bit early in Q4, could also be the ending of Q3. But finding a bottom now for Bitcoin, it does not really make much sense without taking out that 60K low. I think we will probably drop a little bit lower. And then I think this is quite the interesting chart where we're looking to the MACD bullish crossover, which is now actually flashing. And this is, of course, a bullish signal. But if you compare it with what happened in 2022, the bear market, but if we compare it with the 2022 bear market, these bullish crossovers too. And they do not necessarily have to mean that we are going to see a major reversal, because momentum can indeed gain and Bitcoin can get stronger fundamental, and Bitcoin can get a little bit stronger momentum wise, but you can still see quite significant moves lower after that. I personally don't think that this is the stage where Bitcoin is trading in, because if that would be the case, then we could see another 60% drop, and I think that's not going to happen. I think a 30% drop for Bitcoin could be happening, 25 maybe. That also perfectly lines up with this bear flag, which could Bitcoin send towards that 47K level here. It all does make a lot of sense. On the short-term perspective here for Bitcoin, we've broken above that 71/72K level. We are now trading at range at the top side of the range still, and we could see an extension towards 75K, and that's going to be somewhat of a moment of truth. If we can break that, we can maybe come to 80K, but I definitely think that from of there, Bitcoin is probably going to continue lower. And I don't necessarily think that we're actually going to hit those levels, but there is a possibility it happens. For example, with a peace deal, But let's see about exactly that. In that case, we could take out some liquidity from off these wicks here. 8 Bitcoin is going to start dropping again. You're looking now into the 70k support level here. And then once again, that 65k support level. And if we lose that, we are probably going to take out the lows at 60k and maybe a little bit lower. But it could take some time before that's really going to play out and happen, because we are only trading at the beginning of Q2 in the midterm year. So the conclusion here is that the Strait of Hormuz remains to be closed. Over the next few days, we are going to see what the US and Iran talks will actually bring us, and if the Strait of Hormuz can be reopened in the near future. But probably most of the damage is already done, and it makes sense for Bitcoin to see another drop lower. Thanks to all for watching. If you want to keep track on this with me, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and then I will see you guys in the next one.